Bum bum.
It's about time people heard the truth. I remember like it was last year, because it was. Monday on the 2nd of December 2024, I did the unthinkable. My life was a crime scene. I had killed all of them. My goals.
Was anyone injured or killed? Had the shooter been apprehended, or was he still?
The crime didn't start there. It started about a year ago, January 1st, 2024. Somewhere between January and December 2024, I lost my way. I didn't see anything, you know. It all looked fine until the end. I am Bruce Machini, and I'm a retired police detective. And I have overheard some conversations on the matter, but I never suspected anything. However, after the incident had occurred, I made my way there to check the people living there were fine. After doing intense research and deep investigation in the house of the improvers, I knew this wasn't going to be a stroll in the park. Do you have anything to say to the people watching this? Yes. I don't want this to happen to you, because this destroyed me. So let me start from the beginning. It all started out as a festive holiday season like every other one. You know, looking up gifts for the family, spending time with them, going downtown for a lunch or a dinner, and just having a good time. Then one day it just came to me, I don't have my New Year's resolutions in check. So I wrote down a bunch of things I wanted to achieve. It was a pretty long list, like from all sorts of business achievements to health and productivity. So if I may, can I use this interview to address some things that I would change in 2025 and how to do it? Of course. Well, first of all, I realized that the wording was all incorrect, like in the wording of New Year's resolutions. Because the thing with setting goals, it has nothing to do with setting New Year's resolutions. It's about exact goal setting. The best way I can describe it to you is when you have these resolutions, there is no plan behind them. And on the other hand, when you have goals, it's a step-by-step guide on how to achieve something. Usually resolutions are something wishful, like I want to quit smoking, drinking, I want to exercise more, or be wealthy with my business. The problem with this is that this wishful thinking is like dreaming. You can wish for something really hard, but if you don't have any concrete plan to execute it, you're not going to do it. I experienced this myself in 2024, and this is why I created the SMART plan. So first things first is plan your work and work your plan. So first of all, what I mean by this is that you have to have at least some sort of plan when you want to achieve something. You don't have to have it 100% thought out, but at least something. And before we get into the SMART plan, I would like to go over reflecting. You need to reflect on your past. Try to notice not only the bad habits, but also the good ones. Like the bad habits can be you used to be a gamer, a drinker, a procrastinator, whatever. And the good ones can be that you're actually productive and you keep your focus really good. So whatever these are, both the negatives and the positives, write them all down so you have a list. This way you have a clear vision of everything you know how to do and what you don't know how to do. For me, the worst thing in 2024 that I did was I was a massive overthinker. I like to plan things out, like with starting my business. I started my business with writing down a business plan, and it took me about 6 or 7 months. That's way too long. And when I wrote it down, I realized I don't need to be as specific in every detail. So nowadays what I do and what I wish to do in 2025 is to not chase perfection, but when I do have a plan on something minuscule, I don't have it all worked out. I just do it beforehand and then I try to fix it later. So this way the plan is already in motion, it's already working. I can find clients, I can find everything else that I'm dealing with, and this way the plan actually works. So this leads to the SMART plan, and now I'm going to tell you about the 5 things that you need to keep in mind when you're writing down your goals for 2025. Be absolutely specific on what you want, and when you do know what you want, then hammer in on it really hard. The letter M is really important, and it's being measurable. Let's say, for example, you want to achieve the planche push-up by the end of the year. This basically means that you have 12 months or 48 weeks to do it. So a really simple thing you can do is draw a timeline from here to here, like a line, and now divide it into sections. Let's say you know all the details and the exercises that you need to do to achieve it, and you need to do it 3 times a week. So this gives you approximately, let me do the math, 136. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have 136 times to do this exercise, then really plan it out wisely. So the next one is kinda a question to the last one, and is it realistic? It might be. And then again, it might not be. You really have to separate yourself from the overly optimistic guys that have climbed Mount Everest, lost a leg, and now are teaching other people to climb Mount Everest. There's no point. We all get the motivation and the point behind it, but you don't have to climb a mountain and lose a limb to motivate someone. You just need to think. And please don't get discouraged when something might take longer than 12 months. You can plan it for 24 months. Just be realistic so you won't burn yourself out. So basically, by accident, we already discussed the next topic, that is A, unachievable. But there is a little bit more. You need to recognize your limits. Whether it be planche push-ups or maybe like a business idea, you need to understand where you are at this current time. I used to make the terrible mistake of thinking like I'm way better than I actually am. And when I eventually proposed my plans to my clients, I got like a price offer and everything else. I realized I couldn't do it. And that was a bad thing. Be realistic and let it be achievable. Let's move to the next one, and it is R, meaning you have to be relevant. Choose something that actually matters to you. So this is a tough one because you actually have to journal and you actually have to think what does matter to you. People have the tendency to look around on YouTube and see like people earning $10,000 a month, even 100K a month, and they think they want to do that thing. They actually don't, and even if they end up doing it, they won't like it and their life is just miserable. The reason I keep coming back to this YouTube channel and all my like creative endeavors is because I actually really enjoy doing them. Otherwise, I wouldn't. The last one is T, and it's all about time. Yes, we discussed like you have to plan your work in the beginning, but you need to have a timeline and you need to have a finish line. Imagine running a marathon and somewhere along the line you're discovering that there is no finish line or a marathon. So you do need to set yourself an end date. So to all my interviewers and my viewers out there, thanks for being here, and let's go through this journey together. I actually have one more request before you go. Maybe consider liking and subscribing the video. It really does help me out in the way that the video spreads to other people who need to see it. So thank you. I really do appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch ya. This is so stupid.